Just doing a brief update at the time, just at the moment of we're at the park, at a park, one of them, and this one particularly is based on how long my locks are at the time. I don't fantasize about looks and locks of my locks of my hair, no matter what the style is. For in the past, I used to. I do care about my hair though, and but I don't worry about how I look to others. Is what I'm getting at, and I don't worry about a perfect particular look to mimic popular lock styles like most people do, and they go and get them professionally twisted up and all. Too much money. I can do it myself, but then over time I learned that my hair, me manipulating it so much to give a perfect twist look, um, my hair thins out even more. But anyway, um, so this is what it's not. It haven't been retwisted in a good minute. I just washed it once a week, probably every Friday or so, or sometimes every Tuesday. Depending on what I feel like. But I wash at least once a week, and just letting you know that as long as your hair is clean, you are good. Don't let the outer appearance of the way your hair look determine how clean you are, okay? Or professional look you are, or intelligent you are, or whatever that people like to put in certain people in a box, in a category, like, oh, you belong over here because you look like this, or whatever the case may be about locks. Okay. Most people, my type of people, us Yashalites, for some reason, we have a tendency to love long hair. Who doesn't like long hair? But then there's a lot of people who really don't like long hair. They had long hair all their life. They rather cut it and maybe add hair, which is crazy to me. It doesn't make any sense at all. But for those who long for long hair, who probably lost their hair over time, um, have a want to maintain a certain status of long hair, or to look like they have long hair. And believe it or not, you know, there has been, I never in my life thought I would ever have hair again. My hair had fallen out so bad in the past before I had locks. And, trying to, well, thinking that I have to meet a certain standard in life, with job, people, friends, family, boyfriend, when I had boyfriend or husband, um, and make sure you have a husband that loves you for you, and don't try to have you to look like an image that is not the way you meant to be, not the way our Heavenly Father prefer you to be. He know what you will be, and he know what you will look like. He know how to take care of you. He provide you to have everything that every person should have, that they're born with. Apologize about the noise. Um, so anyway, um, instead of babbling on so much about all of these things, I just thought to share a little bit with you about hair journey. Okay, sometimes you're going to have to let your hair do what it do to go through the process of restoring itself. Your hair, everything about your body give off signs to let you know if something is wrong or not, how healthy it is, you know. So you want to pay attention to those things. Don't go and put all kinds of chemicals and stuff in your hair, or hair products in your hair made by some company. Okay, remember that majority of these hair products are made by different nationalities, different nations, and their beliefs of how things should be put together. Some things work, some things doesn't. But then you have products that have a mixture of things that you would accept in your hair, and things that you don't really know if you should put in your hair. So you get it anyway because it has some type of benefits. But then it's like eating ice cream with poop on top. You don't want that. You're not going to eat it, so why would you want to feed it to your head? Okay? So therefore, use something that's 100%, okay? And mix your own stuff or buy things from people who make their own stuff, you know? And it's not hard to learn how to do these things yourself. Your children can even learn how to do these things. I encourage you to teach them not to do everything for you, but so that way this is something that they need to learn at a young age as well. And they will remember it because when you get older, they will know how to do it. If we do everything for them all the time as a young age and not teach them, but just do it for them, they will remember what you've done for them, but they will forget it when they're older because they will not never know how to do it when they're older for themselves and go to anyone else for what they need, which you know. So anyway, it's best to include your children, teach them how to do things as well. So that way, when they grow older, they'll already know how to take care of themselves, and then they can teach it to their own children. When you are gone, they won't have to be looking towards anyone else or be influenced by anyone else to use this and use that you have never used as a child growing up, or your parents have never even used as a, you know, person growing up. So I just want to mention these things. And so don't worry about if your locks isn't perfect looking. If you want the perfect look, that's fine. Everyone's hair texture is different. And remember, whatever that got your hair to break out a long time ago, you don't want to do the same things. You want to always do something different. That never grew your hair or it never kept your hair stable. So change your diet. Add things to your diet that's healthy for you. What you put in your body comes out through your body, okay? Your waste come out where it's supposed to come out at, okay? And what your body takes from what you put in your body, it takes it in to nourish the body and to help everything thrive the way it's supposed to. And then you have long, beautiful hair. It's just like trying to spray food on top of the plant that you grow, on the leaves, and give water to the leaves, but not the root. You have to give it to the root. Your body is the root. Everything grows out of the body. Everything comes out through the body, and it shows. Just like the plant, it shows. The leaves grow. The leaves come out beautiful. It shows outside of the roots. The coming from the roots comes out, and it shows. It basically shows its beauty. It shows its beauty by how it was nourished and taken care of. So you want to do the same thing with your body. Feed your body. Feed your scalp. Feed your skin. Love yourself. Don't say you love yourself and you do everything to show otherwise. Otherwise, you're a hypocrite and you're a liar. So, you don't want to be a liar. You want to be true to yourself. You want to truly show your body you love it, you care about it. Don't forget, this is the temple. We shall magnify the Most High Yah in the body He has given us. He dwells in us. We shall take care of it and nourish it. When we distress, our body breaks down because it's not natural for us to stay in the state of distress for a long time. It damages the body. Okay? Do what you have to do. And when I say, I mean according to the will of the Father, not according to your own will, to justify, to keep up a status that is not healthy for you. Okay? Social drinking, social smoking, social eating. You have to be careful. You don't have to focus on that. But the one who helps with these things is our Heavenly Father. Okay? And I stress this enough because I truly believe I am a living witness to this. Look, I am not about my hair at all, but I appreciate everything that He allowed me to have. He allowed me to have what is mine. This belonged to me, just like yours belonged to you. Don't complain about what you have now. Don't focus on that right now, because when you focus on the yourself too much, you put aside the one who created you. Okay? So don't do that. We can't fix those things. He can. We just have to be obedient to what he says, so that way he can help these things happen for you in your life, as far as nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself. All right. I hope that this is encouraging to you. And don't be about your hair. Don't be about yourself. Don't be about anyone else. Okay? As long as you have your own hair, take care of it. I'm not telling you to wear locks, but for those who do, take care of it. For those who want locks, stop putting all those extra hair pieces in your hair, because I used to do that. I learned that my hair wasn't growing when I was doing that. Your hair may grow, but it's still, you're putting more damage in your hair still, to your scalp and all. And it can be permanent. It can grow, your hair can grow. All this grew, but a little bit grew back on my edges. I had hair damage. I had no hair. It was bald. Some hair grew back. I'm so glad it did, but it's not full like it used to, because I thought I can wear hair pieces until my hair grew out. So I stopped being about myself and worrying about my appearance and how I view myself to other people, or how other people may view me on the outside and what I have, and just focus on loving myself inside out and worshiping the Most High Yah in my body, and take care of it the best of my ability as possible. And He takes care of the rest. Believe me, He takes care of the rest. Stop worrying about it. Get rid of those hair extensions. Yes, I could say. Yeah, I want to talk to some of you about hair stimulation. A lot of people have their own ways or things that they have learned from others about how to stimulate the scalp. And as for me, I used to use chemicals and relaxers and stuff like that a long time ago, and different other remedies that involve things that was not healthy for my hair that stimulate the scalp. Even though it worked, it did some damage to my hair as well, and I abused my cuticles, my follicles, and damaged my hair over time. Now that I grew my hair out naturally, I have dreads now, and my hair has never been naturally fuller than I've ever had in my whole entire life. Um, but the only problem is, since I've been wearing all different kinds of other hairstyles and chemicals in my hair, my scalp has been irritated and compromised so much to where it became damaged around the edges here. And I don't like that, of course, because when I wear certain hairstyles now, it'd be a little bit difficult for me to be able to pull my hair up if I want and feel confident about, the way my hair look and all, or if anyone's looking at my hair is nice and full, but she's, suffering hair loss around her edges. It's not too bad, but I always been very sensitive around my edges and very thin hair line around the sides, but the middle very thick and full since I was a baby. If I'd known better and not been so hard-headed over the years, I would have taken better care of my most sensitive parts. Um, but what I'm doing now is I'm wearing this cap, this tie, whatever you want to call it, this head tie, kind of like a bandana shape, like, but it's somewhat like plastic, somewhat. It's like I don't know what to call it, but it's somewhat like plastic, and you can use it to cover your hair up, especially when you're conditioning your hair. And in this case, I use natural remedies and stuff, natural products like food and such for my hair. And it's my first time using grated ginger and shallot onions. I grated some ginger. Shh, go back out. I'm talking, babe. And some a piece of shallot onion. And all the juice comes out with it and all. And I took that and rubbed it in my scalp, just like that, very gently. For my first time, I must have done it maybe a minute too long because I wasn't feeling anything yet until about a minute or two later after I stopped. And then I felt it tingling, like just automatically just tingling. I don't know if some of you may have never used relaxers before or some kind of chemical in your hair before, but if you know what tingling feels like when you're using some type of chemical that makes it tingle like that, it feels a little bit like that. It's in a good way though, not in a negative way where you think that you need to wash it out right away and it's doing something horrible to your scalp, but it's not. It's stimulating the scalp, and I feel it working, and it's been on my head for at least 10 to 15 minutes now. You can wash it out after 30 minutes to an hour. I don't know. It all depends how long the person wants to leave it in. Some people might sleep in it and leave it in overnight, but it's my first time, so I may not sleep in it overnight. I'm not used to the tingling. It's been very difficult for me to get my scalp to be stimulated. I tried other remedies and it does okay, but my hair doesn't really grow. I don't really see any kind of improvement after a couple of weeks. Nothing, or not even a tingling sensation. But now that I've done this and felt the tingling just a few moments after applying it, I see that this really does work. So far, I feel I have stimulation going on. I have it's active on my scalp, and I'm glad to know that I still got some nerves working right there. So just want to share some of this with you, a tip or two with you, something that you can try if all else fails and you're going natural, or you prefer to use some type of natural remedy instead of chemicals and stuff. um, or you're trying to wean off or transition into something natural, you can try something like this. This is food, so it's not going to do any damage to you unless you're allergic to it. And if you're not allergic to it, it's perfectly safe for you. You can use onion or the ginger, one or the other, or you can use both. In my case, I did both because I couldn't get anything to stimulate my scalp in the front, so I thought, well, why not try both, see if it'll work. And it did. It's working. Everyone's different. Everyone's hair grows differently. And also, not just topically, but orally too. You want to put some of that healthy food in your body too. You don't want to just put it topically. It works from inside out as well. That's what helps your skin and your hair glow and grow and be healthy and shiny and beautiful. So you want to stimulate the body from the inside on out, and also add topically as well. And you can juice your stuff. You don't have to do what I did. Great. I don't have a juicer, but I do have a NutriBullet. but I didn't want to. I want to save some energy and some time, so I just took the grater and just grated, make less of a mess to clean up, and just slap it on there and tie it. So just want to let you know, share a good to know tip for those who have tried everything else and nothing else seemed to work, and you're looking for another solution. This might work for you. It might need something extra. And if I find out anything extra, I'll try that out and let you know how that's going too. All right.